Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. I think I have some of you in here, so you're welcome to join. Just put yourselves on mute. You should be able to see me in the Facebook group as well. Okay, so this is our live masterclass, the live encore. So I'm here today to do the wrap up of wrap ups. I'm just fiddling around here while you all come and say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from if you're here live, and how you're feeling this Friday, how you're coping on the lockdown and all of that jazz. Hold on, let me see. Let's have a look. I think there's someone looking to come in. Admit. So I'm just gonna silence you if I can. Not silence you, but mute yourselves as you come in. And I'm just going to check that we're live on the group. See that you're all here. Let me take a look. It has been a crazy day for me, a crazy week. And actually, let me just turn this down. Okay, great. My hair's such a mess. Let's throw it together. Hey, Penelope. Wonderful. So we got Penelope, we have Emma, and we have Emily. Hey, Anita. Hi, Emma. So let me know how you're all doing. How are you going on your lockdowns? Are they easing off or are they still going? What's happening? I'm going to give you some of my news today because it's actually really relevant to the class. So a little bit of behind the scenes of how this shit works in action, okay? So it's not just about, talking the talk, it's about walking the walk, right? So hold on, I'm just gonna put a cushion down here because my husband bought me one, but I didn't actually put it under my bum, okay? So that's better, that's more comfortable. Let me just get nice and comfy because we're gonna have quite the class today. So today, what are we talking about? We're talking about how to trust yourself without a shadow of doubt and to make decisions. And the reason I've chose this topic is really simply because it's one of the things that we find the hardest. Who finds it hard to trust themselves, make decisions? Let me know, yes or no. Do you find that hard sometimes, or is it easy for you? Nobody said you're still in lockdown. Oh, I thought they might be easing off in the UK. We are in lockdown in Singapore as well, but I won't reveal it yet because I actually want to talk about this, what's happening in my life. So I won't be in lockdown for much longer, put it that way. And I will reveal more shortly because it's relevant to this class. It's relevant to trusting ourselves. It is so relevant to being able to make decisions without self-doubt and what that takes, okay? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And if you missed all the live trainings last week, do not worry. This is all you need. This is all you need. What I did last week on this amazing group with these amazing women was to go through what I would go through in weeks and months, yeah, with my clients. So even if you completed or were with a fraction of that, you will get life-changing results from it, okay? You'll get some shifts for sure. And there still is an aftercare package that I've put all together. If you haven't seen it, it'll be on one of the posts, or reach out to me and I'll make sure you can have that. It's everything in one place and just guiding you through it because, life can get in the way. And some of the work we do here requires us to have really honest relationships with ourselves. We're raising our consciousness, getting more conscious about the things that we're not conscious about, put in simply. And that's what we're doing here, okay? So that's really important. And even the simplest thing of like trying to find a class or try to be there, these are resistances that can get in the way. So this is why I put this lovely aftercare package together so that you have that. And that's going to be available at least till the 10th of May, just before the Rise Inner Circle Liberate Me program opens officially. So we've already had some lovely ladies joining. Congratulations to you. So if you're joining before the 11th of May, you will be getting some bonus attention and one-to-one time with me. So don't worry about that. And we'll talk more about that later if you're interested. I'm not sure if I put the link in the post. If I didn't, I will. But let's get on with the training today, okay? So what I want to say is this is all you need. Beyond this, you don't need to watch every training I did. If you want to, you can, because it's still live there, okay? But I appreciate that you have a life. There's a lot going on. You're at home, you may have all your kids at home, or there might be a lot going on and there's other pressures, and there's just just plain old resistance that goes on, right? Yeah, Penelope, I'm much better with trusting my intuition now. That's amazing. Really good. Really good. And this is a lot what this is about today. Okay, so let me dive in. I've got my notes here so I don't go off track, because I just get excited and I just start chatting away. So so it's not what you think that gets in the way of you trusting yourself, okay, and making decisions. And in saying that, just to put me to the test, let me know what you think it is. What do you think it is that is stopping you from trusting yourself to make decisions? Yeah. And if you don't know what that is, what is it a bit that you have trouble with? What is it that you think you're having trouble with? Or do you have trouble with making decisions and saying yes or no? Self-doubt, confusion, just a simple yes or no. So the comments, keep the comments coming. What I'm going to do, I've got a lot of content here for today. I want to acknowledge that I will be coming back to your comments, but I really want to get through the content today, because it's the wrap-up of wrap-ups of what was, I think we did like 90-minute sessions, 2-hour sessions. So, you know, at least 10 hours of training last week, which is a huge amount. So I'm going to wrap that up in an hour or thereabouts, because I do tend to go over for those that know me, because I just love that chat. Penelope says fear. Yeah, so there's some fear around it. So what's that about? So let's get clear on what that's about. So what really gets in the way of this is not because you don't know what to do, right? This is the misconception, the misunderstanding is that I don't know what to do, or I can't, right? I can't. It's not possible for me. Okay. To me, there's no such word as can't. We can do anything we want. We are very resourceful, okay? If we want to do something, you will find a way. So take that from me and take your power back in that sense. That is simply never true, okay? Even if it feels really true, which I can appreciate. So it's because it's what we call here inside of inside of Liberate Me, we call it the false traits, okay? So you will learn about the feminine traits and the false traits here in Liberate Me, the real you and the fake you, if you like, okay? The bit that's getting in your way and where that's coming from, which is the root wounds. So that is it, wrapped up in a bow, okay? Everything we did, okay? So you don't need to worry about that terminology too much right now and that verbiage. Just trust that your soul and your heart is understanding what's going on here. And that's why your heart and soul was called here, okay, to listen to this today and be in this space. I don't believe in accidents. There are no accidents, in my humble opinion, okay? So hear me out here. It's because, so where's she going with this? It's because you have to give yourself, or gift yourself even, permission to make a decision, permission to trust yourself. And you have to gift yourself the permission to trust yourself and the permission to make a decision based on certain conditions. At the moment, you're giving yourself a great deal of conditions, okay, on what is it I require to make a decision. So write down all of the things that you think you need before you need to make a decision. I need to be sure about this. I need to know the outcome. I need to know it's going to be success. I need to know that I've got the money to do it. I've got the time to do it, or be with it. I need to know that it's possible for me. What are the conditions you're creating around, trusting yourself and making a decision? Okay, just feel into that as I speak. And it's because, we aren't gifting ourselves that permission. We're not giving ourselves that permission, okay, as women, to do something. And actually to do something or walk towards something we desire, we just need to know the first step, not the next 10 steps, even a baby step, even a mini step, okay? And you need to acknowledge the desire first before the practical, can I do this? Can I afford this? Whatever it is. Will my husband approve? What would my family, all of the practical stuff. Second, first is your desire. Get clear on if you really even want it, okay? If you really even want it. And that is a conversation between you and your soul, okay? You and your soul. Nothing else, not between you and your brain, you and logic, you and the past. None of that. It's between you and your soul. Let me know if that's making sense and let me have your questions. Even if I don't get them today, I will come back to them. Okay, so keep commenting away. I love that. So here at Liberate Me, and inside of Liberate Me, inside of the Rise Inner Circle, this is exactly what comes first. The permission comes first, then the clarity. Now, most women are running around in life, including myself, for a long time. And I can still get trapped in that sometimes, I'm sure. Wanting the clarity first and everything to be aligned, to have all the resources before having the trust. Who finds themselves in that situation? Whether it's the approval from someone, absolute certainty that they will get the result that they want, the money is in place, just basically everything has to be there, and then they will do it, right? Or be it, whatever it is that you're desiring. So do write down what you're desiring at the moment, if you can even give yourself permission for that, right? I'd love to know what you're desiring right now. And even that's really hard to just give ourselves, for a lot of women, okay, at this stage of evolvement, on that stage of rising, on the different layers. Here in Liberate Me, we talk about layers, right? It's not about all learning. We unveil one layer at a time, one layer at a time. That's why if you listen back to these trainings, and I advise you do, you will get something different. You'll hear something different, okay? Because you'll evolve. Another layer will be revealed to you. Another resistance will be peeled off, okay? So that's what's really beautiful about these trainings in Liberate Me, is they just keep giving and giving and giving, okay, each time. So whatever that is for you. So it's not the clarity that comes first, okay? Make sense? It is not the clarity that comes first. It's the permission. And we will be getting more deeply into that. For those of you that are in the Rise Inner Circle, we'll definitely be getting into that as we start from the 11th of May, okay? So now, to give you an example, and I didn't, when I said I was going to do this live encore, I hadn't made this decision. It wasn't even on the table. But yeah, this is it in action, okay? So I've made a decision to move to Sweden, right? This isn't a long, drawn out decision, which is nuts, by the way. I'm going today, right? So I'll be flying tonight. After this, we're very lucky here, so we can still fly. And Sweden is one of the only countries, for whatever reason, that is not on lockdown, okay? Interestingly. So I'll keep you posted on that. And I don't know when I'm going to get the result that I want, whether it's going to turn out perfectly. It's something I desire, yes. It's something that's come to the forefront because my husband really desires it. So he's really, really wanting to be there and be connected with family. And, it's big for me. I've been single for 9 years. But the reason I can do it, the reason I can trust it is, I'm sorry if the internet isn't great, guys, just bear with me. The reason I can make a decision like that overnight or within 48 hours is because I have that self-trust, right? So I desire it. That's all I need to know, right? So I followed my soul's calling. I'm not looking, am I going to get the exact result? Is it going to work out perfectly? Will we be happy there? What's going to happen with my business? Can I set it up? Right? Can I afford to get it? Is this the right thing to do? All of those things. So I just take the next step. So this is it in action. Okay, so really, really, truly, this is it in action. And those of you that are on the Rise program with me will see that I'm going to, open up the behind the scenes and really go on that journey with you to my next level. Okay, so I'm doing it right now. So where are you doing that? Where are you being called at the moment? What decision is in your space? This is not wine, by the way, it's water. I always drink out of a wine glass. So that's my big news, moving to Sweden for now, right? And I also know that I don't get stuck in my decisions. If I want to change a decision, I can change it as often as I like. Why can I do that? Because I'm not worried about the judgment of others, right? Which is a big piece we need to shift out of the way as well, okay? So the trust that requires developing here is not having all the answers and where to make a decision, comes from. Where it really comes from is what inside of Liberate Me we call call this part of our feminine trait your helper, and that is your soul, essentially, okay? Your soul. And sadly, a lot of women have totally ignored this and deadened it, okay? They render it useless, right? And to be ignored, and just, you know, it's asleep, it's dead, it's not awake. And some, you know, we don't even know it's there. We're just riding on logic. And this is where you get into that piece of not giving yourself permission to move to your next level because you're not following your soul calling, okay? Yeah, and I love what Emma shared here. I often, I think that said, hasten to make decisions, but I have learned my right. Just start with Sweden, and I know you've done it, Emma, because you're in, right? So congratulations. Absolutely, what people say that, which is really your soul, right? Your helper, as we call it here. And Emma says, what I learned as a child was that my decisions and feelings didn't agree with those around me, so I lost trust in them. So that's getting your validation from the outside in, right? So we're changing that. That's why I can do things, not worry about the outcome or worry about the judgment, and change my decision. I could change my decision tomorrow if I wanted to, right? It's up to me, right? Emily says, I was the same. Exactly, right? So this is where it's coming from. So let me see what I was going to say. So that it's really that we ignore that soul piece, okay? So it's about going into the next level of your identity, your true identity, what Emily and Emma are talking about here, right? This is what we're talking about. Identity, which will always evolve, okay? There's more layers. You take off one layer, there's another layer, okay? So it's not like, oh, this is who I am, I'm going to be this person forever. It's an evolvement. Your soul is here to go on a journey. So this is a journey your soul was here to experience, okay? It's not here to experience perfection, the exact result, the exact outcome, no failure. Failure is part, you know, no such thing as failure. Failure is part of transformation. It doesn't want it to be all perfect. It wants to live in the duality of pain and pleasure, if you like, because all of that, it knows it's for its growth, to take it to the next level. So we don't want to, you know, try to push that away. So it looks at, you know, why is this happening? You know, if I'm suffering with something or there is some pain, why we believe we cannot make further movement. Why are we believing that? Why are we getting stuck in past decisions, right? And what I mean by that is like something in us, excuse me, something in us is saying, that thing, you finished that first, you didn't get that right, you know, that kind of stuff, okay? Not consciously is it saying that, it's happening in the unconscious, but if you actually listen into that, you'll see that that's what's going on for a lot of us, okay? So why we get stuck in these past decisions, or why is it what we see as mistakes, okay? So we've seen past mistakes, and we have fear of mistakes, and we don't make movement towards the next thing our soul is offering, okay? The soul that our soul has taken us to. And then you know, why is it we choose to shut the soul down and ignore it, mistrust it? And why is it that it feels like a slow death, okay, of self? So why is that? So this is from our inner wounding. As here in Liberate Me, Liberate Me, inside the RISE program, we will identify your root wound, the number one. So we don't have to be there for flicking years, dwelling on it, you know, looking at every wound, but actually have it release, dissipate, so you go to the fun stuff of following your soul's desires and have amazing things start to happen, okay? The unimaginable things, to be honest, right? Unimaginable. So take a moment as I'm talking and going through this training today to feel into what is it that you're desiring, okay? If you can move out your own way. So from the inner wounding, so what is this inner wound thing? When we have an inner wound or root wound, as I call it, there's lots of wounds, but they're actually replications of a root wound, okay? And they keep coming back to us for healing because there is something wonderful on the other side, the real you, okay? And that feeling alive, okay? And everything you desire coming forward for you. So that's why it's not like it's happening for you, not to you, as I say, okay? So we can, when we have that wound, we continue to wound others and ourselves, and we attract others to wound us too, because the universe is very kindly bringing that forward for us so we can heal it, okay? So then we will see again and again, when you see your life, if you're really observant, you will see a pattern replicate itself over and over and over again. This is like that self-sabotaging pattern, that Groundhog Day. Who's experienced that? I definitely have, okay? So that's what's happening then. So we think it is, when we're wounded, we think it's the other. We think it's the outside of us that's causing us that pain, or for our situation not to move forward in the way we want it to move forward, okay? So we think it's our husband, our family, the boss, the children, the situation we're in, the crisis, the coronavirus. So right now, that's what a lot of people are thinking it is, right? They're thinking it's the virus, but it is not. It's because we are asleep. Wakey, wakey! Right? It's because we are asleep. It's because we are asleep. We are not awake to what's really going on, okay? So every single person, no one is immune to this virus, right? No one. Every single person on this planet creates a pattern through this initial wounding, okay? And the thing with patterns is that we can change them. We can break patterns, can't we? Yeah. So this is universal. There's nothing wrong with you. People may be pretending that, you know, they don't have these patterns and their life looks great on the surface. Let me tell you, BS, right? With love, BS, right? So no one is exempt, okay? But many will live unconsciously, dead, asleep, okay? And others have like me, have a calling to live awake and alive. Is that you? Or are you happy to keep it deadened? Okay? And seriously, and I say this with love, it might sound all a bit extreme, but it is extreme. This is your life, right? So really decide that. Make a conscious choice as a woman. Which one do I want to be? And I can tell you, when you choose to be an awakened woman and, you know, live your life alive, there's no going back. There's no going back, right? You can't go back to being in illusion, pretending, pleasing. The evolvement must continue. And even if you try to drop into it for a while, there's gonna be a calling to come out of it. And I think that's what this time is about right now, okay? So no one is exempt. The tragedy is that women think they are in this pattern, or everybody thinks that they are in this pattern because of the other, because of something outside of them, because of their situation. So they think something now, you know, that is happening to them. So think about something you're feeling now that is happening to you, or you feel like it's happening to you, something you're not enjoying. Okay, call it up. Share it if you want, but call it up for yourself. Have your journals here, guys. I haven't gone into an introduction today about who I am because I want to try to stick to the time. But if you want to know, you know, just reach out to me, and I've got loads of information everywhere anyway. So I'm sure you can find that out if you don't know who I am. But I am Anissa if you're here, right? So it's not possible, right? You know, this idea of, you know, any situation where you're saying right now, I don't know, or I can't, it's not possible, maybe later, right? Any situation like that, where are you displaying that energy right now? So it leads to helplessness. It feels like you're helpless, right? It leads to, you know, like we need saving or something, right? And it leads to stuckness. It leads to victimization of yourself or being a victim. All those are hard to, but as honest relationships, we need to say these things. It leads to being a martyr, right, as well. And sometimes blaming or resenting other people and other situations versus realizing, oh my goodness, right? I'm another woman here, and here I am wounding myself again. And there's nothing wrong with me. I get to change this, okay? So this leads to the idea, right? The reason that we feel like we can't trust ourselves and we're in this helplessness, this is the idea that we must know everything before we make forward movement. Who ever feels like that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you ever feel like I must know everything before I make forward movement? Okay? And it controls us. Okay, it tells us to ignore the fact that we are creators. We are creating our lives and our experiences. Okay, nobody else is doing that. So if you're seeing that that is happening to you right now, things that you're not enjoying or are less than fulfilling, that's because it's being created, right, from what you're feeling and thinking right now. Okay. Which also means the good news is that we can flip that and you can create something else. But you can create anything you want. There is no such word as I can't or it's not possible. You want it enough. You want to be awakened enough. You want to be alive. You can have it, right? But it's having these shifts. And Emily says, yes, unfortunately, yeah. In terms of wanting to know everything, right? Yeah, which is really normal. But knowing it and shifting it, because this is not where trust comes from. This is not where it comes from. This is not where the dreams come from, you know. So we're ignoring the fact that we are the creators. So we're like, we need to know everything. I need to have enough money, or you know, we hold on to these ideas, which is bonkers, right? We actually hold on. What do? We hold on, we contract, and we wait. I mean, I don't know what the flip, I'm gonna swear at them, but I don't know what we are waiting for. What the hell are we waiting for? We're the only ones that can do this, right? What if you didn't need to know everything, right? What if the desires you're having, you could create, right? It's a possibility. It's a possibility, and it's true, actually. Okay? But we're erring on the side of what if it can't, okay? And I can't find the resources, or I can't, I can't get approval, or it won't work for me. It will be too much hard work. All this crap that we're telling ourselves, okay? Which is bonkers. So energetically, we talked about the law of circulation in the Secret series. And what happens is when we go stuck, we don't move, we contract and we wait. Guess what happens? Guess the message you're giving is saying, I'm waiting. Okay? So that's what happens. Okay? And that's really important to know. That means what you desire will also be on hold. Okay? And it stops things coming into you. If you're not loving and giving and respecting yourself, spending money, all of these things, okay, you're stopping the circulation. It can't come back to you either, okay? And we contract and we create that waiting energy, okay? So, but also the truth is the movement is what creates more opportunity. Not having all the answers, the movement. So making a movement one step, okay? So that's what helps you create more love in your life, more wealth, more romance, whatever it is that you want. So if that is something you want, then movement has to happen, okay? Movement has to happen. Emily's moving over to Facebook. Cool, no problem, darling. So like the women that work with me, okay, this is what happens. The women that work with me do not come in going, I've got all the answers, I've got all the resources there, I've got all the money, I've got everything sorted. Yep, I'm ready to do this. Never. That's never how that's not how I've made the decision to go to Sweden. I'm excited and I'm shit scared, but I'm really proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself because I'm taking that first step. I'm creating movement, okay? And that is trust. It is that simple, right? So where are you doing that right now? Or where could you be doing that right now? And where are you not feeling very proud of yourself? And where are you feeling proud of yourself? Or what would make you feel proud of yourself, okay? So it's like, it's not a so-called logical reason we're looking for, okay? Because it requires everything to be the same, okay? When we're looking for logical reasons, then it doesn't actually want change. So that will stop you from making any movement anyway. The wound will, once you've started to make that movement, it will break down the wound, okay? The wound will not be intact. And it knows, it starts to see there is another reality, the real reality, okay? Making sense so far? Any questions? So the wound's job and the force trait's job is it must keep it that way. It must keep it that way. It must not change anything because that would be dangerous. It doesn't know of anything better, okay? Your job Your job is to make movement with courage and faith. So where can you do that in your life right now? Don't make this very nice. That was very inspiring. Life right now. This is when stuff starts. This shift the wound in real time. Okay, how we shift the lies out of the way, the false beliefs out of the way. So what would we do? A lot of us are kind of in this space. We're like, well, I've had the wound for 50 years or more, right? How do we, or less or more than that, right? It's kind of like, well, how the hell do I break free of that now? It's not so easy, Anita, right? Number one, ladies, take your freaking control back. You are not your wound. You are not your false beliefs. Start to see that, right? And I'm talking about real control here, graceful control, okay? Not control freaks, okay? Not from fear, but from love and trust in yourself. God damn it, right? If you cannot love and trust and respect yourself, please don't expect anybody else to, right? It just doesn't work that way. So this is not logic, right? We want to put the logic aside. Okay, you really want to go with your desire and take that next step. Okay, impulsive, even you may say it is. Some people say it's impulsive. Maybe you're crazy, right? But it's not really. It's that everybody else is crazy, if you ask me. Right? All right. So, and it's bringing it into this time zone, right? Trusting yourself does not happen in any other time zone other than the present. Other than the present. If you try to make a decision from your past mistakes, no such thing, but we'll call that for now. If you make decisions from that vantage point, it's going to feel painful, right? You're probably not going to make movement because it wasn't possible for you then, so it must mean it's not possible for me now, right? And or if you try to make it from a future point, very attached to the outcome, getting it right, having all the resources. What is everybody else going to think of me? You can't make movement from these two places, okay? It can only come from the present, from your current desire and how you're feeling right now. So start to check into that, okay? It can only be shifted in this time zone, the present. So, and it can't be, you may be feeling like, oh no, but I've wasted 20 years already in this wound. And patterns that are playing out, the same situations, different scenario, but same situations at the core of it. No. Forget all of that, because that's got nothing to do with the decision you're about to make, okay? It is only in the present that you can change now, okay? So nothing is ever wasted. Nothing is ever wasted. And we have to create a new future, right? That's where we create it from. Not by predicting the future. That's not how we create any future, right? We create it a step at a time, not predicting it, not putting pressure on ourselves, okay? Or worrying about what anybody else will think. Who cares? Care about what you think, and not taking a step until, we have all the freaking answers and we feel comfortable to do so. Personally, want everybody else to feel comfortable about it, and financially to feel comfortable about it. That's not how it happens, guys. That's not how I have created this life. And any conscious woman will tell you that that's not how it happens, okay, at all. It is taking that step. It is taking that step. It is taking that step when we don't have that trust, right? That is trust. I know that sounds like an oxymoron. That is trust and decision making from source. Your true source is from your soul. Ignoring that calling towards something and putting it on the back burner, and holding it tight holding tight onto the status quo, or as things are, will send the message into universe, spirit, source, because your source is here. You're connecting to it. Make no mistake. That what you desire is that what you desire right now, you would like to put it on the back burner, right? That's the message you're sending out there. And you send the message that you desire to hold on tight to the way things are. So it will create that situation for you to hold on to it, okay? And my question to you, is that what you really want? Is it what you really, really want? Like, seriously? I mean, if it is, great, no judgment, no judgment, okay? You decide. This is a conversation between you and your soul. Just make sure it's a conversation between you and your soul, not a conversation between you and your false beliefs, your false traits, as we call them inside Liberate Me, or you and your wound, okay? Because that, my darling, is a shit show. And this is what we, we detangle that web here. If you're like, well, I don't know the difference. Is my wound, is it me? Is it, I get it. Okay. It takes that, detangling, which is what we do here. Okay. So is that what you want? You have to awaken, right? So how do we break that pattern? How do we break the pattern we're in, that wound of false beliefs? We have to disrupt. 48 hours. And I'm trying tonight, super excited. So what have I done? What have I done there? I've disruptor, right? I've disrupted the pattern. This is the quick way to advance yourself in life, okay? Through the wounds, through the false beliefs, and really go towards what you desire and have it come towards you. Because what are you saying to the universe now is a very different message from your creation power, okay? Emily, I'm so excited you're moving to Sweden, closer to me. Yes, exactly. That's what my family and friends have been saying too. Yeah, we'll have to do like a live day as well. And definitely come and visit if you haven't been. So if you are ever, I'm never gonna have a good relationship, I'll just make do, or whatever it may be for you, or I can't get that business off the ground, or I'm just always gonna have, I haven't got a lot of money, my job's under threat, so I can't do these things, and I just can't break that down. Then the approach is what doing this, you're saying yes to the pattern, you're saying yes to the wound, and you're saying yes to the creation of that. And you can change that at any point, but it is up to you. It is up to you. Nobody else can do that for you. I can't do that for you as much as I'd love to. Okay, so you want to break that and take the next step. The other factors that play out as a result of this are of that creation, whether you're choosing to operate from or from your soul calling, your truth, the truth of who you are. So feel into which one resonates the most for you. Okay, and there are other pieces that I'm going to go into. So let's deepen this a bit now. Okay, so the other pieces that we are thinking is trust that comes up is fear of success. So write that down, fear of success. What are people going to think if you become successful? How, in any area, how's that going to change your relationships if you become successful? How's that going to change how people are attacking you or how they're talking to you? How they're criticizing you maybe, and right? Because you're really putting yourself on the parapet. Yeah, there. So and I know we've probably heard this one before a lot, fear of success. I'm not afraid of success. But really feel into that, because it is really, really real for many, many women. And I invite you to see where it is for you. Okay, more than we realize. The success is when we get to kick that root wound out, right? In the butt and pull it out with love, as I say, right? And often women don't realize how it's and how we allow from trusting ourselves and making that decision with that in place, with feelings, and just how much this has impacted our lives. Just have a feeling of how much that may have impacted your life already and what it may have held you back from. What are people going to think if you become successful and you have a great life, okay? And you change, or you're different, or you're more confident, or whatever it is for you. Saying, oh my God, are you, you're so successful. That must mean that you're not so generous, or you're not so nice anymore. You're not so kind anymore. What's coming up for you in that recipe of fear of success and what it would mean for you? And be kind to yourself wherever there are judgments of others. And luckily for those of you in the Rise Liberate Me inner circle, all of you guys that are in, you will learn exactly how to do this, okay? And for you not to be impacted by others, experience shame. And shame, I mean, it's that strong that there's shame that will go on, right? So I've got a lot of backlash in my life, yeah, in the past, of all the levels and abilities that I've gone to, taking those steps fast without attachment to outcome, the willingness to get it wrong, and have others judge me. Yeah. And that is what's required of you too, right? Crazy Anita, here she goes again. But truly, it's like, you know, you may have people in your life going, oh my God, is this woman out of control? But this is what it takes to break loose, to be that disruption. But others would tell you, you know, take your time, make sure you got the resources. These are not going to be awakened and alive people living their truth, okay? Take your time. I mean, when people say that to me, I'm kind of like, why? Why would you do that? You're putting everything on hold. You know, you've got one life. You know, I think we've taken too much time as it is. And it's time to make movement, okay? It's an illusion because you know, the idea is that, you know, you got to think this because you don't want to lose control, but you've already lost control, right? We've already lost control. We've lost control to our wounds and to our false beliefs and our false traits. And we have something called, apparent logic. Yeah, apparent logic. So you are not fully living. That's why it feels mildly like shit sometimes, okay? because you have no control in the first place, and you're under the illusion that you do, right? Through this kind of logic. So that is the mistake that is happening. That is the misunderstanding within this. And we think this is one of the reasons we do not trust ourselves and give ourselves permission. Who's got that going on? And we don't do what is required to remove the wound, remove the patterning and fears, and see them for what they are, okay? And vehicles of, self-trust. So this is really big. If you have this going on, this fear of success, this fear of, the outcome having to be perfect, this fear of judgment of others, this is really big. Or if you will be finding yourself really exhausted right now, okay? If that's going on for you right now, in overwhelm right now, that feeling of like everything, you're working so hard. It feels like that. And it's kind of like, oh my God, I already have so much to work on. This is another piece that will show up. I always have so much to work on and I don't want to work any harder. So I better not go there. I better not look at this stuff. I never finished what I did before, so I'm no good. The reason you didn't finish what you didn't have before is because you've gone against your desires in the first place. You've gone with logic. That's why things in the past did not work out, by the way. So let yourself off the hook and make a shift today and start going towards your desires. So, that kind of, I did not follow through, so this won't work for me, so I'm not going to go into my next level. That it must automatically equate to more work, exhaustion, and hard work is not true. It's not true, you guys. It's not true, okay? This is the bullshit that the wound and the beliefs are telling us. So you make another decision in the direction of something that you don't fully desire, but feels easier and more comfortable, and then you don't do very great at it or you don't enjoy it that much, is the truth. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. It's not the case of here in Liberate Me, what we're doing is about being. Okay, everything is bespoke to your journey. It's not, and it's being described as a retreat by many, okay, like a spa experience, okay, that is truly magical. So this idea that going to your next level will require more work is bullshit, particularly here in Liberate Me, okay? It depends where you go, but here in Liberate Me is not what we do. I'm not interested in making us more busy. Is anyone interested in getting more busy? Not me. This is about slowing down to speed up, okay? To get shifts without masses of work, okay? So, but this is one of the fears, okay? Yeah, this is one of the fears that really stops women from gifting themselves permission to go to the next level, okay? That everything must be secure for them to move forward. What? You think it's secure here? I'm leaving within 48 hours. I'm going to say in my husband's parents' summer house. We're just going with us. There's nothing secure. He doesn't have a job or any of that. I don't know what's going to happen with my business there. There's no security, right? But I'm making the movement, okay? So it doesn't have to be. If it's not secure, then I'm not doing this, right? But this is, do you see that discord? You don't need any of those things to get to your next level. In fact, you need to do it with those things in play. And truthfully, it's unlikely when you're moving to your next level, your next layer, those things won't be present. They will be present. Fear of success, fear of judgment, lack of security, not thinking you have the resources, all of that will be present, more than likely. Okay. So I would love for you to really deeply receive what I am saying there, okay? Because I'm saying a lot. That's why I say, like, rewatch this, because you may hear more then, okay? And especially of those of you that are coming into Rise, and I know this is an intention, you understand that in order to experience, you do not need any of this. In order to experience trust and having your desires become a reality, you do not need any of this. You do not need any approval. You don't need any fear of success. You do not need any other resources. You are far more resourceful than you know. All you really require, my loves, is to be who you are now, in this time zone, in the present, okay? To receive your rising into your new beginning, okay? Of who you really are underneath all of this, really who you are. So you're getting out of your own way, because trust me, no one is in your way. It is, with love, it is your wounds and false beliefs that are in your way, okay? And it requires an enormous amount of faith and courage to take that leap, okay? So all right. So listen, are you all with me? Making sense? Are you all with me? Let me know. So I want to move on to the next one, okay? So that reminds me of when I joined the band instead of doing my own thing. Oh, wow, Emily. Yeah, so you chose this. So we always have these couple of decisions going, right? So you can choose the smaller thing that feels more comfortable, or the bigger thing. And we will go for the smaller thing a lot of the time. And then it doesn't work out because we didn't follow our true desire. Then we say something's wrong with us. And then we just keep this pattern perpetuating. So yeah, beautiful. Yeah, right, Emily, right. Yeah, so that's what happens, okay? So watch out for that sneaky one. Watch out, okay? We live and learn. So the solution is not knowing more of the how, right? And all of the answers. And that is what starts to spin our freaking heads out. That spins our wounds out. That spins our logic out. That spins our ego out. And I just need to know how I will find the resources, how this will happen, how I can say yes, how I can do this, how I can pay. The solution is not in there. It is acknowledging the desire of what you really, really, really want, okay? The want, the real authentic want from your soul, the desire, the dream, okay? The juicy one. So what is that for you now? What is that for you now? All you ladies here, all of you watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. So what is that for you now? This is far more important conversation, isn't it? It's a far more important conversation, more potent, more precious than ever. You do not need to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the decision is right for you. I don't know that with Sweden, okay? All you need to know is what you truly desire. And I desire a new experience. And this is what it's bringing for me, something really new. And I'm going to go to the details of that for those of you in the Rise. But, I want to stick to the time today, and we are going over time. So just the next step, okay? Just the next step. What is calling you right now? This is scary, right? It's meant to be. This is super, super, super scary. And it's being able to sit with scariness and self-doubt. Not every thought and feeling you have requires you to engage with it. Doesn't require you can just breathe in. I can't do this. For the ones that I can see and I can let pass, okay? We don't need to engage every thought and feeling, okay? When we can decipher which way it's coming from, okay? So what is it that you really want now, ladies? Not what you think is going to bring you success, not what you think your parents want for you, not what you think your children want, not what your spouse wants, not what is safe, definitely not what is safe, okay? And then you're thinking, okay, I've got an idea, or maybe you have, you're not even allowing that. Wherever you are is perfect because it's all coming. How do we do this, right? Well, we say, I really want this thing. I really want this thing. But it's not the easiest thing. We allow ourselves to go into that. It feels like maybe I can control this, and I'm going to settle for the smaller thing, like we're talking about. So be careful. Are you going for the smaller thing or the bigger thing? Even though I do not really want this little thing, I'm going to go for that, okay? So we're buying into the illusions here, right? We don't want to buy into illusions. What actually happens is we want to get closer to the feeling of I'm worthy of the bigger thing, okay? And I want to let myself receive it no matter what. We don't think this consciously, but I'm allowing you to bring this into your conscious now. But this is what's happening at a root level. So really start to wise up, right? Wise up, ladies, about what's going on. And, you do not receive the thing you settled for, like Emily mentioned. It doesn't go well usually, or it's hard work and exhausting, or it doesn't give you quite what you wanted because it does not have that desire energy, okay, for you. You were settling, right? You were buying into the illusion of, I am not able to receive the bigger desire. I was not even able to receive this little thing. So how can I receive the bigger desire? So we start to back this up with evidence, okay? And you will always find what you're looking for, right? So be careful what you're looking for, right? I can see, this settling energy does not assist you simply, okay? So, all right, so simple is it's got to be soul aligned. Feel that and then do it, and do it now from your authentic choice. So it has to be meaningful for you. Yes, scare yourself, but most of all to your soul, right? So even if you feel you do not know what you want, okay, not all of it, but the first step, and you're not doing that, do it now, okay? Do it now. This is why it's not another reason, right, that you're looking for, right? Just do that now, okay? So you have not given yourself permission to understand that, okay? So now you can give yourself permission. That's how the savvy wound and traits are. They're very savvy. You need to get savvier. So listen to this again. I would say that's why you haven't given yourself permission to be the woman you can be, that you are here to be who you are. You know who you are deep down. This is why you do not get the love and respect and even the wealth that you deserve, because you don't respect it for yourself, right? Instead, you say to yourself, I can't have this for all of these reasons. So today, I want you to say, I can have this and I will receive it. I can have this and I will receive it. This is the first step to your activation of your soul, of your authentic self, to who you really are, okay? Your real self, yeah? And I've been saying a lot lately, I believe this time, this crisis, this turning point, faking it is dead. Settling is dead. So it's moving through that. So, all right, are you all with me? Can you feel this? Can I get a yes, if you are feeling this, if you're understanding this? Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so why is the situation that's going on in the world right now happening? And why is this the perfect situation for you to access your next level? You tell me, right? Because again, it's a conversation with your soul. It's the biggest, a concept we have inside of Liberate Me is that you will always find what you're looking for. So ask yourself, where is my feelings coming from right now? Is it from my wound, or is it from my soul guidance? Where am I making decisions from right now? From my wound and my false beliefs and my fear is another way to look at it. Or am I making my decisions from love, from my soul guidance, from fear or from love? The decision you require to take is from soul guidance, okay? From love. Any decision taken from fear, no matter how logical that seems, that it's impossible, will be contracted and have troubles in that decision, okay? So find a way to be with that and do it. That is it. Literally every decision is made like this. This is the right way to make decisions, okay? Period, okay? So you'll always find what you're looking for without a shadow of a doubt. So you are being called to see the reason why this time is the right time for you, right? What is your soul compelling reason? I can't tell you what that is. That has to come from you. You decide to trust yourself. You must find the very compelling reason for yourself. Why now is the time. You must, as a woman on the rise, right? Unless you want to go into, that trust killing energy of waiting and sitting around. I mean, what the hell are we waiting for? I have no clue. For what? Seriously, it breaks my heart. But all women want to move forward, but do not, because they think they have to wait, right? Under these logical reasons that are based on wound illusions. And they are using their power of creation to create exactly that, right? Create exactly that with source and universe of that they don't want, of the waiting, of the holding on. So the universe is like, okay, well, I'll wait to bring what you desire because you're waiting. Okay, it's very simple language energy. So just check in, and how long have you been waiting already? And how much are you honoring your desires? Okay, be honest with yourself. So, okay, there's no judgment here. Okay, really not. There's no right and wrong. All is perfect. The point is that you get to choose. Otherwise, you will put it off. You will hide behind what you think, or what you think you want, or what you think is available for you, rather than stepping into full fulfillment. Okay, how many of you have done this? Okay, Emily's already said she's done it, so well done to you, Emily, having an honest relationship with yourself. It does not lead us into, it leads us into fake fulfillment, okay, not real fulfillment. It will lead you into further numbing, okay? How many times have you done this? How many times have you seen the wound pattern play out and out and out? That is why I was talking about this, and why now is the time, okay? Why that is the time for you. I think I want this, but I'll take the smaller thing, okay? This is freaking suicide, frankly, right? It really is. I'll pretend that I'm putting myself first, but I'm not really. I would pretend this is what I want, but it's not really. And I'll put my energy into that. And then, okay, what will start to happen is you'll start to numb. It will start to numb you out again, right? Enough. And you start to mistrust yourself even more, right? Because you're applying layers and layers and layers of this on. Okay. So really be clear of that, of things that have burned you in the past, okay, as well. So if you continue to do this and it has been a pattern or a formula for you, let me know if it has been a pattern for you, yes or no, or at least admit it to yourself. You will continue to do it until one day you wake up and you've lost yourself, right? You just lost, who am I? And it's a horrible feeling. How many of you have experienced that? I know I have, right? And the only way we stop this is by waking up to these shifts, this information, these messages that I'm streaming through to you right now. Whose life is this, damn it, right? Why am I doing this? Ask that question, okay? I think we've all had this experience, okay? And it is really, really important. If you found yourself in that space, if it ends up that you're creating the energy of feeling like nothing will ever be enough, and maybe that's just the way it is if you're in this kind of energy, and you're just like, oh, this is just like the best it gets, so I'll just settle. It's not your fault, because like everybody does it. It's like normal. The majority of people are making do and settling, right? The majority of people live rather dead, right? And they make their decisions from fear, right? Not love, not from the soul. And they will be telling you to do that too. They'll give you all that logic too. So they'll hold you back. It's like it's freaking contagious. But we want to make this contagious, okay? So it's about telling yourself that you will never be happy whatever you do. If you're telling yourself that, which is simply not true, or how much you accomplish, sadly, that is exactly the feeling of what you will create, because you are a creator. So you will create that, okay? And then that's when it leads to that really numbing type of depression. And why does that, and how that plays out, and how that settling energy grows that, okay? So we don't want that. Well, I don't want that for you anyway, okay? But it's for you to choose that. This is not only happens, in the longer term, but on a daily basis, experience those feelings. So many women are falling into bed, right? Feeling alone, feeling unfulfilled. And it's so quick and easy to turn around when we do this work that it actually, you know, it makes me really emotional and really sad, and it breaks my heart that, that women are thinking this. And really, we've got this golden opportunity during the, in lockdown, to allow yourselves to wake up, to really be alive, to feel like you have never felt before, right? So I'm inviting you now to really ask, are you committed to awakening, to waking up? Or are you subtly numbing? Or even not so subtly numbing, okay? Your next level. So you have to have this conversation with you to answer this question. Why now, more than ever? What is it? Your unique code, your unique compelling reason for why now is the time for your next level. Answer that question. They are not rhetorical. That, you will this time. This is really important, ladies. Answer this, if nothing else. Check in with you and see what's going on there, what's really going on. Okay, so all right, let's quickly deepen this before we wrap up. We'll wrap up in the next 5-10 minutes because I've got a call to be on as well. Okay, so let's deepen this. How do you trust yourself even when you doubt it? Right? By knowing this and taking action. That's how. And if you're missing it, re-listen to this. If you're thinking like, oh, I'm not sure, re-listen to this. Or, come and join us in Rise. We've got one spot still open at the lower rate, which is like $16 a day. Or come and have a chat with me, okay? But make a decision of some sort, okay? So how do I trust myself when I doubt it? This oxymoron. Doubt does not mean you do not trust. It does not mean that you're making the wrong decision. It's what am I making that mean, okay? I want to get a little bit controversial here, if you like. This is a false illusion that in order to trust yourself, that I must never be afraid, I must not make a mistake, I must know all these steps, I must know exactly what's going to happen. And if I don't have that, then if I don't have all the resources right there in front of me, that I can't create them, that I will go for the smaller decision. That is not the way. It's the opposite, right? This leads to a feeling of more mistrust, more paralyzation, being paralyzed, okay? So really feel that. This is a huge illusion, huge illusion. So you can just be afraid, okay? So I'm going to tell you now, you can be afraid. You can make a mistake, make several, in fact, okay? We want them because that's where the rising comes from, okay? And you cannot get the outcome that you want or think you're going to get. You can get a lot more, actually, is what usually happens. You get the unimaginable, or you get something you require to get to the point you desire, even if that is painful, okay? Everything is part of the journey, that duality, okay? And that is trust, my darlings. It is following your desire and taking the next step. So feel that for a minute. Self-doubt and trust are not mutually exclusive. Trusting yourself comes from taking aligned action you are being called towards now, okay? Regardless of the outcome, regardless. We talk a lot about the false traits, like I say, inside of Liberate Me, and this is the best and the quickest way to get to that critical voice that stops you move forward, okay? And we're going to make a lot of movement, right? And fast, not by making you more busy, not by creating lots of hard work, okay? We do things very differently here, okay? Like never expected. So it's really, your false traits and your wound do not want you to believe that. They want you to, because they're trying to protect the unknown. That's an illusion. You know what you are. You know what you are deep down, okay? So allow yourself. I'm just looking at my notes here to see if there's anything I wanted to say. So just sit here and waiting doesn't work, okay? It really doesn't. Allow yourself to move forward. This is what creates, when we do the waiting, this is what creates that stagnation energy. Trust is built on you, it is not built on you receiving the exact outcome, right, that you want, okay? That's ego, that's wound, right? That's false traits, false beliefs. That's stuff we move out of the way to make this easier. Trust is built when you trust yourself to move forward without knowing, okay? Just move forward on the next step, on the next alignment step, and choose to find the resources to do so by whatever means possible, Okay, that's what it is. That is the divine knowing, coming from your inner divine knowing. Trust is built when you move forward. So what forward movement are you going to make today? What decision are you going to make today? Okay, let me know. I'd love to know. Trust is built by proud of yourself, right? Even before you know what's going to happen. So what are you going to be proud of yourself for before you know? Okay, like Sweden, like me moving to Sweden. Is there a guarantee? Do I know exactly what's going to happen? Have I done this before? Do I know all the answers? Have I any experience with it? No, 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 no. But I've made the decision anyway, right? Makes sense? Because it's perfect, because I trusted in advance. And, you know, and I know that anything now comes will be in alignment of my highest growth. Okay? Good or bad. And I'm happy with it. And I'm proud of myself today. What will you be proud of yourself for? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? Okay. So that's it, my darlings. That is the training I got there because I do have a meeting and a call, but I will just share very quickly if I can, if my Facebook moves out of the way. I don't know if it will. Okay. We have wonderful, gorgeous ladies in there. If you join now, you are going to experience some special bonus one-to-one time, okay? It's a 6-month experience, okay? Everything will tell you, right? As well as I'm going to go into all of this. Okay? Tells you this for, not for, okay? If you don't want to wake up, okay? Not at all, right? So really feel that into yourself, okay? It tells you what we're going to do, how you're going to feel as a result, okay? Comfortable in your own skin, liberated, attracting love, business, money. Okay, so if you're using money as an excuse not to come in, I have dropped the price, but there's always a way, and obviously that would be one of your outcomes. So you will be getting a return on investment. This is a cheeky false traits coming in, okay? So have that real conversation with yourself. And here's how we're going to be working. We're going to be twice a week, deepening with a video experience, a live immersion process from me, but spoke to each of you. So I'm going to get very clear on what it is you're wanting as you come in. I might even annoy you because I'll be like, that's not precise enough. Get really, really clear. And you're going to get training precisely on what you want and to go through the Liberate Me Premier program that allows all of this work to happen, okay? You're going to have one-to-one coaching. You're going to see the behind the scenes of my life. I'm going to be doing these processes with you, okay? So it doesn't feel like the other one's doing it. So you can see me going to my next level as well, okay? Which is really vulnerable stuff, okay? Which I've never done before, and I will do that more, okay? Because I've been called to be even more real as well, okay? Because faking it is dead. Twice a week, two-hour coaching sessions where you can come and have your Q's and A's. You don't need to be on those calls every time. Everything is going to be recorded, so you can be with it at your leisure in your own time. Okay, so there's going to be a root wound one-to-one session, which is monumental when we remove that. Okay, that's a domino effect. That's when the magic starts to happen. Okay, so there's lots and lots more information about it here. There's a video here of some clients. This has been $10,000 and a much shorter program, not with as much support as this, but I am being called to do this at this time because my God, it's such a golden opportunity, okay? So no, it's not going to be $10,000 and it was $4,997. It is now at the moment only with one spot left. It is $2,997 for 6 months. Okay, that is, I have a payment plan, which is $999, 3 payments, or get on the phone and we'll work something out. If you really want to do this, remember it's about following your desire, not having all the steps in place, okay? Which is about $16 a day. And if your fear is still getting in your way, there is a money back guarantee. Yep. As long as you come in, you do the work, you say you've got no benefit, no problem, okay? That is available, okay? The investment will increase on the next round, which is around every 6 weeks. So take advantage. There's one spot left at the 2,997, which is the 3 payments of 999. Or, you know, if you're wanting something bespoke, you know, I just want to work one-to-one with Anita. I just want to work really on this area. you know, I really believe in tailoring an individual and the individual, not one size fits all, even though this program is magnificent, this inner circle. But, you know, just come and have a chat with me, okay? And no obligation, right? This needs to be the right decision for you. I don't get you on calls to, you know, push you through and so you have to, you know, try to sell to you, right? That's not what this is about. I just want to be really integral with that. So that's all about the money back guarantee there, proven results that last. And the bonus is, you know, we're in lockdown, we're going to get stuck with our families, our spouses. This is room for you to have the massive transformations. We are going to have so much fun, okay? So much fun together. You know, so really ask yourself if you can gift yourself the permission to do this. If you have a desire, okay? If the desire is there, allow yourself to acknowledge that, okay? And why this is the biggest priority to you now, okay? Really ask yourself, does it allow me to feel alive and expanded? Am I excited? Then the answer is yes, I want to do this. Let's find a way to work together in that case, okay? You will get lifetime access. It is unique and bespoke as well, okay? Like I've said, I talk a little bit about my story here. I won't go into that now. We will be isolating very clearly what it is that you're wanting, even if you don't know what that is. And we'll be diving deep, okay? This gives you a few quotes and testimonials from clients, so you can hear their experiences as well. The lovely Emily put an amazing post up on this group actually this week. So thank you, Emily. Massive, massive appreciation to you for that. So that's there for you to look at as well. And I promise you, you know, in the next 6 months, that rising the real you, healing that root wound fully and creating a life after the past, moving on in ways you never knew possible, clearing those blocks, receiving what you desire, moving on from your past, creating a future beyond your wildest dreams, assisting you in knowing yourself better than ever before, having greater level of comfortability in you, the real you. Sorry about that, someone's beeping. You know, that you're always destined to be, the ability to follow through like you never have before, right? You saw Emily's achievements on her post. If you haven't seen that, go check it out on the group. So much forward movement, so fast, okay? So make the best of this world crisis and making it awakening into you. There's also a few videos down here, for those of you who like to watch videos. So there's lots of info for you there, okay? So let me know if you would like to do that. Let me know one big thing you got out of the class today, okay? Sending you so, so much love. Mwah. Speak to you soon. Bye, guys.